Stick point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle. The lane opens here. He's past the 30 with the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert, boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Gun. They'll look to throw. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 23-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers 49ers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, and they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Rodgers again now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Once again, it's Mostert. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's run down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3. That's the end.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gold is able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point And yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quran Williams. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gallman will run it. And he's taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Packers nothing.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 12. A little under 1:50 remaining. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. the gun, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to it.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, well, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long.